Welcome back into another Madden 20 video. I have for you guys here today. Today it's going to be another realistic rebuild. This time it's going to be of the New England Patriots without Tom Brady. If you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel and if you enjoy watching Madden 20 rebuilds, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button because there's a lot more to come. And if you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below. And while you're down there, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, or check out my second channel, links to all three are in the description. Before I really start going over the team though, I have to mention something else. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't think there's any way to start at the Super Bowl week and import a custom roster. So as a result, this is the roster of the Super Bowl week. So all of the free agent signings that happened didn't happen in this roster. I can combat that by starting at the beginning of the season with an imported roster. The issue then is the draft class won't be accurate. So it's like a weird situation, but I'd rather have an accurate draft class than completely accurate rosters as of now. I did my best to keep the Patriots roster as up to date as possible as I'm recording the video today. So Tom Brady is not on the team. Joe Thuney received a franchise tag. They didn't really go out and sign that many players as of right now. I'm pretty sure they did sign Bo Allen, who I don't have on the team right now, but I'll make sure he's on the team before next season. But yeah, like the rest of the signings around the league did not happen aside from the Tom Brady one. I made sure he went to the Buccaneers. But like Darius Slay, I think is still on the Lions. I think DeAndre Hopkins is still on the Texans in this franchise. It would just take me a really long time to go through and manually change every team and every player who got affected in free agency and stuff like that. If you guys know of a way to import a custom roster into the Super Bowl week and keep like the accurate draft order and everything like that, please let me know because it would be really helpful down the line. But let's start going over this team here. At quarterback right now, they have Jarrett Stidham. And I don't know if I would have started him this year because he's a 58 overall. I have a few plans of who I could go after. I'm looking in the draft specifically because free agency is over at this point in this franchise right now. At running back, we do have James White and Sony Michel. Rex Burkhead's also here, so is Damian Harris. Sony Michel will probably be the number one. I like him in that role. He's 25. He's a 79 overall. He's pretty good. I think he can at least do pretty decent for us here. James White will likely be the third down running back on this team. He's good in that role as well. The receiving core is pretty depleted, but we do have N'Keal Harry, who's young, and will probably be the number one at some point. Julian Edelman is on his way out, I'd imagine. He's an 80 overall. He was an 87 just before. He regressed a lot. That also looks nothing like him, but whatever. He's still a good receiver. Like, he's still a good slot guy and everything like that. We have Mohamed Sanu. We have Jacoby Myers. Those guys down there aren't anything that special. Mohamed Sanu's not too bad, but we'll have to see what this draft looks like. Maybe I go ahead and draft a receiver. There's actually a good bit of holes on this team now, so it's actually going to be kind of fun trying to repair them. The offensive line is still very good, though. Probably the strongest point of this entire offense. Isaiah Wynn is good. Joe Thuney, David Andrews, Shaq Mason, Marcus Cannon. All good players. Marcus Cannon will probably be off the team sometime soon just because of his age, but the rest of these guys, I'm sure will be here the whole time if we can afford them. We have Matt Lacoste starting at tight end. I don't want that to happen for a very long time. He's a 70 overall, no disrespect to him, but I can definitely upgrade that position pretty easily. On the defensive side, we still have some really good players like Stephon Gilmore. He's a 98 overall, one of the best players in the entire NFL. Jonathan Jones is very good. He's an 83 overall. J.C. Jackson is a stud down there. Jason McCourty's good. We have a lot of cornerback depth, so we're going to have to see what to do with some of these guys. We have a pretty good middle linebacker duo, but our outside linebackers are not good. So we're going to have to work on that at some point. Also, I think I want to run a 4-3 with this team. I don't think I want them running a 3-4. Is that really what their defensive playbook is? So they kind of have both. I want this team in a 4-3. I think they have the personnel for that more so than a 3-4. I'm going to wait for the draft, though. We'll see how that works out, because maybe if I can get a pass rusher, we can have Chase Winovich playing the other outside linebacker position, because he can definitely do that. I'd want him playing in a 4-3 off the edge anyway. We'll have to see, how everything works out. John Simon's also here, who could potentially move up to outside linebacker. Those guys could also just stay at 4-3 defensive ends. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Lawrence Guy is also here, who's not too bad, but he's 30 years old. Adam Butler is actually pretty decent for, his age. He's 26, 76 overall. He should be fine for us for a little while. This team's actually not all that good anymore, which is actually pretty fun because back in the day, it was super easy to do a Patriots, rebuild because they were always so stacked. I like the fact that they're a 79 offense, 80 defense, still a very balanced team. They still have some very good players. And even if they don't have Tom Brady at quarterback, I still think this team can contend pretty well. Nothing against Tom Brady or anything like that. It's just the Patriots are very well coached, and they do have some talent. So I think this team can still do fine. But let's go into the draft. I don't think I'm going to mess around with free agency at all anymore. I don't want to try to assume who I think the Patriots are going to go after or anything like that. So we're just going to go straight to the draft here. I did change my coach a couple times to make sure everything worked out with the contracts and with the players and everything like that. So I didn't get to scout anybody, but it's really not that big of a deal. I kind of already know what the draft class is like. Let's start advancing. The Bengals are probably going to go with Joe Burrow. That's exactly what they do. The Redskins probably go Jeff Okudah. That's what they always do for me. I can never get them to take Chase Young. The Lions are going to go ahead and probably take Andrew Thomas. Yep. Giants go Isaiah Simmons. And then the Dolphins usually go Chase Young. Okay, that's what happens. So let's go straight to pick number 23. I could totally see the Patriots trading up at some point to try to get a quarterback. I'm going to see who's available in the first round at quarterback. If Jordan Love is still here, I think I'm going to take him. And Jordan Love is still here. I was going to take Jake Fromm in one of the later rounds, but we don't have a second round draft pick, and I don't want to risk him in the third. He might still be there in the third. I'm going to take Jordan Love, though. I think that's actually a good pick for the Patriots. I feel like he could do well. And as of right now, the Patriots have not signed a quarterback, so I don't know what they're going to do at all. They could draft a quarterback. They might be able to sign somebody still right now. I'm going to take Jordan Love, though. He's going to be the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. He's a 72 overall hidden development trait. He's a very good quarterback here in this roster. He should play really well for us. I'm hoping that since there are so many receivers, I could potentially just steal one in the third round here. It's a late third round pick, but we might be able to get one of them. I'm looking at Denzel Mims. That would be huge. I don't think he'd last until the third round in real life, but Justin Jefferson is still here. Justin Jefferson would totally not be here. Jalen Reagor probably wouldn't be here either, but I want one of these guys. Who should we go after? I feel like I've never really given Justin Jefferson a true shot to start, and he would be a pretty cool replacement for Julian Edelman just based on his archetype being slot. I'm going to go after him. He's probably not going to be here in the third round. He's probably going to be a first or a second round guy, but you never know. Like, players fall in the draft all the time. Also, I've been slowly trying to update this draft class as I go on. This draft class is by a person named Nathan P2433. But whenever I look up their gamer tag to get their updated version, it says that they deleted it, even though they didn't. Like, I contacted this person. I don't know what Madden's all about. He told me that he did update a lot of the players in his draft class. Maybe Justin Jefferson is one of them because he should be faster than 88 speed. I just quickly looked up his 40 time and it said he ran a 4.43 during the combine. So his speed should probably be in the 90s. I think 88 is a little bit too slow for that. I don't think it'll make that big of a deal in simulation. I just wanted to point it out. He's been a player I've been taking a lot lately, but Trey Adams is going to be on the team. I know he's pretty good in this draft class and I think he's going to make some good depth. A 67 overall for him. I'm going to look to trade away my 5th round draft pick, try to get some value for next season because I don't really want anybody right now. I'm going to trade this one away with the Vikings because sometimes they're really bad. I simulated the draft right after I traded away that pick, so I think we got like a couple more players here. Yeah, we have Van Jefferson and Jared Rice. Okay. After Chase Young went, Jedrick Wills went to the Chargers. Jerry Jeudy is now in the Panthers. He usually goes to the Panthers. AJ Epineza goes at number 8 to the Cardinals. Josh Jones, Tristan Wirfs, Mekhi Becton, 9, 10, and 11. This is going to be the team here for the first full season. It's an 81 overall, 80 offense, 84 defense. On the offense, we now have Jordan Love starting at quarterback. I really hope he can do something on this team. I hope he can win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That would be huge. Sony Michel will be the number 1 running back with James White backing him up. Rex Burkhead is no longer on the team because it saves some money and we have some decent running back depth behind James White, so it's not that big of a deal there. N'Keal Harry will be the number 1 receiver. Julian Edelman, the 2. Justin Jefferson will be the 3. The offensive line is exactly the same. We still have Matt Lacoste at tight end as well. On the defensive side, I fully switched to a 4-3 defense. I've had much better experience running a 4-3 in Madden, so hopefully it works out for me here. We have Chase Winovich and John Simon as the edge rushers. Lawrence Guy slid inside to defensive tackle. I think he fits perfectly fine there. He's 315 pounds. He's a big dude. And then Adam Butler is the number 2. I also did go out and get Bo Allen on the team. He was just chilling as like the 3rd defensive tackle on the Chargers. Let's move up into the secondary then. Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung are the safeties. Stephon Gilmore, Jonathan Jones, J.C. Jackson are the corners. Our linebackers look a little bit better now that I switched to a 4-3. Jawan Bentley stayed at middle. Dante Hightower moved to right outside linebacker. And then we have Eric Lee starting at left outside linebacker. I can easily replace him in this offseason. I'm not really too sure what to expect from this team. I just hope we can get some good production out of these younger guys. Let's see how they play. We have a breakout player in week 9. Let's actually check out who that is really quickly. Chase Winovich can break out? Oh, that would be huge. He'd go up to superstar development if we could get that to go through. It probably won't. What's the record? The team is actually 4-3, so playing it pretty well. The Bills are in first, though, at 5-2. The Dolphins 2-5. The Jets 1-7. Jordan Love, though, has star development here on offense. He's a 76 overall, too, so he's went up quite nicely so far. I don't think there was anything on the defense to reveal, but there's a look at the team. Hopefully, Chase Winovich can go up in development. That would be huge. But Dante Hightower is our top impending free agent. I would like him back on the team. Joe Tooney, of course, is here since he was just tagged. David Andrews, I think I want back. J.C. Jackson, I want back. Jason McCourty, I don't think I'm going to give a contract to. James White's a good player, but I don't think I'm going to bring him back either. Lawrence Guy, John Simon. A lot of these guys are just old. and I don't really want them on the team. We have a ton of money here to spend in free agency too. Dont'a Hightower is old, but I do want him back on the team. I don't really want him for 3 more years. He might be a player we just tag. I'm going to work on that. I'll try to get him back on the team. Through a franchise tag, I think we can do that pretty easily. But Joe Thuney, I want back on the team. Improving the bonus would go a long way. Okay, cool. David Andrews is a player I would also want. Will anybody accept? David Andrews is coming back. Okay, JC Jackson is definitely a player I want back since we're not bringing back Jason McCourty. And he's coming back to the team. Awesome to see. Let me just worry about the other guys in the next few weeks. Let's also check out this breakout player challenge. Did it happen? No, it did not. I didn't think it would. That usually doesn't happen in simulation, but it's okay. Joe Thuney is coming back to the team as well, and I still have to figure out this whole thing with Dont'a Hightower. I'm just going to wait till the end of the season and give him a really bad contract, and hopefully he just goes into free agency so we can tag him. Okay, so the team made the playoffs. I really didn't expect them to go 10-6. I thought they'd be around 500. We are in second place here in the AFC East. The Bills also went 10-6. 6-10 for the Dolphins, 5-11 for the Jets all the way down there. Jordan Love had over 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's a really good rookie season to have. Hopefully his touchdowns can go up as he, progresses. Rushing-wise, Sony Michel had a lot of touchdowns but struggled on the ground. 3.5 yards per carry isn't ideal. N'Keal Harry had a really good season, 90 catches, over 1,000 yards. Justin Jefferson had a good rookie year as well. Julian Edelman kind of taking a step back there. Matt Lacoste gets 4 touchdowns. Marcus Cannon struggled pretty badly. Isaiah Wynn also kind of struggled there. The rest of the O-line, though, playing super well. We have 108 tackles here for Dont'a Hightower, 22 tackles for loss for Chase Winovich, 20 for John Simon with 14.5 sacks. What? Why did he play so well? That's insane. 5 sacks for Chase Winovich, 3 for Adam Butler, 2.5 for Lawrence Guy. What a weird season for those guys. Stephon Gilmore gets 4 picks, leads the team. A handful of guys down there get 1. We have 1 touchdown, we have 1 safety, and 2 blocked kicks. We have 3 forced fumbles, and none were recovered. Okay, so we were 22nd in the NFL in offense. I feel like our defense had to have been like top tier. Yeah, we were first in the NFL on defense. That makes a lot of sense. Aaron Rodgers wins MVP here, but like you're going to see in a second, Dak Prescott's on the Chargers. He didn't get franchise tagged by the Cowboys in this franchise just because I didn't want to go through and user control everybody. So that's why these teams are going to look different, if you are wondering. Also, Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback of the Colts. Same thing there. So just if you guys were wondering, that's what's going on here. Nobody from the Patriots in that list, though. Probably nobody from the Patriots. Actually, Jordan Love makes it at number 7. Didn't expect to see him there. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Telvin Smith, but John Simon at number 4. Love to see that. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jordan Love. That is massive. Justin Jefferson at number 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Patrick Queen. Nobody from the Patriots. It's all good, though. Let me upgrade the team, and I'll show you what the team is looking like. We only have 2 upgrade points, and Jarrett Stidham is one of them. That's awesome. The team's chilling at an 82 overall right now, looking pretty nice. Jordan Love's up to a 78. John Simon went up a little bit. I think Chase Winovich went up a little bit as well. Let's see if we can take down the Browns. We're not going to be able to. They're the Browns. They're 8-8. They're an 81 overall. I don't think we're going to win this game. They have such a glitchy team in Madden, but let's see what happens. We lose the game. Okay, 36-14. Let's head straight to the Super Bowl and check out development trade upgrades. Let's first sim by the Super Bowl. It's the Chiefs and the Cowboys. I feel like the Chiefs are going to win this one. They do win the game. They are able to go back-to-back. That's cool to see. 38-20. Let's see if anybody went up in development trade. Jordan Love, potentially. No, he did not, but he does have 2 more experience points. Julian Edelman retired. We're definitely going to be looking for a receiver in the offseason. Hopefully in free agency, I can land like a stud or something like that. Marcus Cannon is down to a 71 overall. I don't want to keep him on the team. He's off the team. We're going to free up some more money to easily be able to sign his replacement in free agency. If not, though, we even have Trey Adams. I am looking to upgrade, though, at right tackle. Also, tight end would be a pretty good spot to upgrade. We have a lot of money this year to do that. So John Simon went up in development. I think I have to keep him on the team again after that season. That was an incredible year. Chase Winovich did not go up in development, but he had a really good season. I don't think anyone else did, though. Dont'a Hightower is down to an 82 overall. I'm just going to make sure he declines this so he can tag him. So let's just franchise tag him, $13 million. It's quite a bit, but it's okay. He's a good linebacker. He plays well in the game. I don't mind having him for 1 more season here. Let's hop into free agency, though, where we have $75 million. We have so much money to bring in a lot of players. Trent Williams is the top player. Kareem Hunt is here as well. I also really badly need a tight end. I think I'm going to go after David Njoku. I went after a ton of free agents here just because of how much money we had. We did not get Keanu Neal. He was actually one of the free agents I was most excited about. But we did get Kareem Hunt. We got Derek Barnett. We did not get Zach Cunningham or David Njoku. Okay, that's actually really annoying. I thought I'd be able to get all the guys I went after because I gave them all a good bit of points. I did kind of mess up a little bit, though. I forgot to bring back John Simon. I didn't realize he was a free agent, and he was getting a lot of offers, so I didn't want to go after him. I got Derek Barnett instead. Chase Winovich is going to play left end for us this season, and Derek Barnett's going to stay at right. We ended up getting John Ross and Jake Elliott. This wasn't the best receiver class in free agency, so our wide receiver core is still looking pretty bad. Hopefully I can change that in the draft, though. Okay, so this is a very interesting looking draft class. Hopefully we can make the most out of it. There's some pretty good talent in the later rounds, and I think we should be able to get all the pieces if I play this carefully enough. Let's simulate, though, to pick number 23. The only first-round projected player I have left on my draft board is Jalen Ashey. He's probably going to be our number 1 receiver. I'll have to see how everything works out, but welcome to the team. He's a 75 overall hidden development trait. I really hope he has a really good development trait, because he can help out our receiver core a ton this year. I may have to trade up one of these draft picks, because there are a bunch of players I want who are supposed to go around the 4th round. So I may have to trade back up into the 2nd here to get all these people. But there are 3 guys here who all look extremely good. And I have to figure out which ones I want the most, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all 3 of them. Guard is not one of my needs right now, but David Shaw is going to be tremendous. I can move him to tackle. I may actually take him now, and then have to trade up back into the 2nd round. I just don't know who to pick at that point then, because that guy's supposed to go early 4th round. This guy's supposed to go early 4th round. I don't want to have to trade up twice, but I may have to. It's going to be weird. I think I'm going to go David Shaw. He looks way too good not to take right now. He probably has normal, and he does, but he's a 77 ranked at number 6. He's going to start somewhere on the offensive line, and I'm going to try to work on a trade up right now here, probably with the Panthers. Okay, I finally got a trade to go through. I'm giving the Saints a 4th rounder this year, a 5th rounder this year, and a 2nd rounder next year for the 59th overall pick. Both of the players I want should still be available at this point. These guys are both projected to go early 4th round. I don't think they're going to be available with my next pick, so I may have to make another trade up, actually. So Mac Terry or Jalen Fryer. I'm going to go after Fryer right now, just in case I can't get him, because we really need another tight end. I don't really want Lacoste starting again. So Jalen Fryer is a 74 with hidden. This guy is going to be very good for us. He has 82 speed, 75 catching, 81 acceleration. Really excited to finally have an upgrade at tight end. I may have to try to make a little bit more of a move here. Okay, sorry for all the trades, but this should be the last one of this draft here. Jacoby Myers and a 4th round draft pick going to the Vikings for the 68th overall pick. Okay. Mac Terry is on the team. He's a 74 with hidden. I needed to land all of these guys because I knew they were going to be amazing. I apologize if you guys think that was a bit unrealistic. But now here in the end of the 3rd round, I'm going to go with Garrison Porter. He looks like a pretty decent defensive tackle. He's a 67. He may actually get some playtime unless we can find one in free agency. We have 1 player left on the draft board, and it's Timmy Ewing. Welcome to the team. He's a 61 overall. That was still a good pick somehow. Let's just advance to the end now. That draft went super well. We got a 75, a 77, and 2 74s. Of course, we traded up twice. Once again, my bad if you guys didn't like that, but I just knew I had to get these 2 guys. They looked so good, and I figured they'd probably be taken by the time we picked in the 3rd round. Let's see who the best player in the entire class was, though. Could be that 78 overall, and there's 4 players, all 78s. 3 of them are cornerbacks, so that is incredible. One of the best cornerback classes you will ever see. We got one of the best players in the draft, though, in David Shaw. Got him in the 2nd round. Sadly, though, he only has normal development. We also got that wide receiver, who was very good, too. The team right now is an 81 overall, 84 offense, 79 defense. The offense actually looks really nice on this team. I feel like it could play pretty well. The wide receiver core isn't that great. We have a bunch of guys in the 70s, but hopefully Ashley has a really good development trait, and maybe he can progress into the 80s by the end of the season. N'Keal Harry had a good season last year. I think he can do that again. Kareem Hunt will also add to this offense really well. David Shaw is going to be playing right tackle. He was the right guard we drafted. I guess he just made that move in training camp. I don't know. But Fryer is starting at tight end. Jalen Fryer. Hopefully he can have a good rookie season for us. We still have a few holes on the defense, but I think overall the unit isn't too bad. We need another defensive tackle, and we still need an outside linebacker. I was going to address that in the draft, but the class wasn't too deep at both of those positions. I tried to sign Zach Cunningham in free agency. We weren't able to get him. I didn't go after a defensive tackle in free agency because usually there's a decent guy late. I thought Porter was going to be a little bit better, but he's a 67. Maybe one day he can progress into something. I very much doubt it, though. This offseason is going to be very important because Dante Hightower is going to be a very low overall after this. Devin McCourty, same thing for him. We're going to have to replace some of the better guys there on the defense, but we can probably get that done. We should have enough money for it. Let's start simulating, though, and I'll let you know what the record is all about. We are struggling a bit here at week 9. We are 2-5, so are the Jaguars. We are in last place, 6-2 for the Jets, 3-1 for the Dolphins, 3-4-1 for the Bills. We'll have to see what's going wrong with this team at the end of the season. It could be the defense because we have a couple holes holes over there. I feel like the offense should be at least decent, but Ashy only has star development, which is a bit frustrating, but it's okay at the same time. I don't mind having a star developing receiver. Fryer also has star development. Defensively, the safety also has star development. So sadly, we did not get anybody with more than star. We should still have a lot of money to spend in free agency, though. Even after bringing back some of the studs we have to, like Stephon Gilmore is a free agent. Devin McCourty is a free agent. I'll have to see how badly he regresses, and I'll come back to that. Dante Hightower, same thing. I'll have to see how he regresses. Isaiah Wynn, I'd like back. Sony Michel, I don't really want back. Juwan Bentley is a good player. I want him back. Adam Butler is a starter as well. We still have a ton of money. So Stephon Gilmore, I don't mind giving a 3-year contract to if he wants it. He is coming back to the team for 3 more seasons. That's pretty cool. Dante Hightower, I just said I don't really want him. I didn't mean to click on him. I meant to go to Isaiah Wynn. 80 overall left tackle for us is going to come back to the team. Juwan Bentley is another player I would like. He's coming back to the team as well. And then Adam Butler will be the final guy. He'll at least be a good number 2 defensive tackle for us if we can get a better one. So he's back on the team too. Yeah, so the team did not make the playoffs. It's all good. We finished 7-9. We actually kind of brought that season back. 11-5 for the Jets. Let's see how Jordan Love played this year. Just under 4,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, though. I like the touchdown number. The yardage number isn't too bad either. We need to get those picks down a little bit more, though. Kareem Hunt was pretty good for us this season, 4.2 yards per carry, 12 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Ashley had an incredible rookie season. 92 for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. Hopefully that's a development trade upgrade. Fryer also played well, 80 for 840 with 5 touchdowns. The offensive line blocked better than they did a year ago, which is cool. It seems like the right tackle was excellent. He made a great transition over there. Juwan Bentley led the team in tackles with 116. We have 16 tackles for loss for Adam Butler. We have 12 tackles for loss for Chase Winovich, and we have 10 sacks for Garrison Porter. Wow, this guy played really well this season. Okay. 3 picks for Jonathan Jones and a ton of players with 1 interception. We have no touchdowns or safeties, but we have 4 blocked kicks somehow. How many forced fumbles? We have 1. It was recovered by Dante Hightower. This year, we were 23rd in the NFL in offense. I still feel like defense was like top 15. It was 27th. Never mind. A couple of those numbers look decent, but I guess they weren't good enough. The Chargers go 7-7-2, which is a really interesting record to see. Jordan Love at number 9 for MVP. Didn't expect to see him up here. Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC is Patrick Mahomes, but we do have Jordan Love at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year is Von Miller. Nobody from the Patriots. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Donald McKee, but Jalen Ashley and Jalen Fryer at 2 and 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Stephon Rush, but Garrison Porter and Mac Terry at 2 and 3. So we got very close to winning some awards. Sad that we couldn't do it, but let's advance now to the Super Bowl. We have a previous Super Bowl rematch here. It's the Saints and the Colts, and the Colts are going to win 38-21. Let's check out development trade upgrades, though. Anybody on the offense? I'm assuming the receiver did. He did. He's an 82 overall with 3 more experience points. Superstar development for him too. I'm really happy we were able to land him because he turned out to be a stud. Fryer didn't go up in development, but that's cool. I don't think anyone here on the defense went up in development, which is kind of upsetting. I thought Porter might have, just because he had a really good season. He's up to a 72 overall. I still may try to replace him though. We're going to have to spend a lot of money here in free agency, so the team is going to look really different, but I don't really mind. Devin McCourty doesn't want like any money, so I actually don't mind trying to bring him back for 1 more year. He wants to play for a new team. I'm not going to tag him. Maybe we can sign him in free agency if I can't find anybody else. But let's hop into free agency, though, and see who's available. We have $68.43 million to spend. Jair Alexander is probably here. There he is. J.J. Watt is also here. J.J. Watt would make this team a lot better. He'd make most teams a lot better. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick will be our new free safety. Hopefully I'm able to get him. I should be able to. Leighton Vander Esch would be a huge upgrade on this team too. Okay, we're going to spend a lot of money, but it's going to make the team so much better. We did not get Leighton Vander Esch, but we did get Minkah Fitzpatrick and J.J. Watt. Why did Leighton Vander Esch not accept? We might have to go ahead and draft a linebacker then. We got Markel Lee and we got Dante Hightower back on the team. Okay, this is another really interesting looking draft class. There's one dude in particular I'm really excited to take. I may have to trade up again to take him because we don't have a 2nd round draft pick. And I think I'm going to have to trade up into the 2nd round in order to get him. I just need to show off this one receiver. This receiver looks like potentially one of the best receivers I have ever seen in this game. Freddie McGee looks insane. I know you can get A+ for receiver. This guy doesn't have any of those, but A, catching traffic, A- spec catch, A- catching. He's not going to drop a pass. That's pretty much all that means. I would love to get him if we're able to. I don't want to trade up in the 1st round, though. I'm going to go pick by pick just to see when he goes. It'd be really cool, though, if we're able to land him. If he does go before we draft, I probably won't have to trade up then, because I think I'm going to take the dude I would have to trade up for in the first round if this guy's not here. So another receiver just went. I'm sure this guy's going to be off the board soon. There he is. He's a 76 overall. We got pretty close to being able to take him. All right, so let's see who is available at the number 14 spot. There are also a lot of really good running backs in this class. I think there's one more who already went, which is just crazy. There was like 5 first-round talent running backs here. I'm just going to go with the dude I was going to trade up to get. So it's going to be Paul Staley. His talent is early first round, mid third round projection. I could wait until the second round to get this guy, but I don't want to bother trading up, and this guy's definitely going to be worth the pick right now. Welcome to the team. He's a 76 overall hidden development trait. A bit small. He's only 5'11", but he's a great player. 86 speed, 84 tackling, 82 pursuit, 87 acceleration. He's going to make this defense better. My next pick here is going to Floyd Creighton, who's just going to be a backup tackle for us, but he still looks really good. He's a 74 with hidden. We've been doing pretty well in the late rounds of these drafts, and this guy's just going to be an excellent backup for us. I thought that said Bobby Wagner for a second. That would have been really funny, but it's Bobby Warner. Anybody on my draft board still? We have one guy left. It's Max Campbell. He's going to be pretty good. He's a 66. Good value for that spot. Let's just go to the end of the draft, though. Here's another draft I think we did pretty well in. A 76 and a 74. Never bad when you can get 2 guys near the middle of the 70s. Let's see who the best player in the class was, though. This guy was on my draft board. He looked really good. I figured he'd have normal development, though, because he's one of those kind of guards. Dwayne Spriggs was the best running back in the class here overall-wise. 93 speed, 94 agility. This guy looks really good. Let's check out his development trait. He has superstar development, too. Yeah, that's a really cool running back to have. I don't think the Broncos have Phillip Lindsay anymore either, so that guy's probably going to start. I need to see what this wide receiver's development trait is. It's Freddie McGee. He has hidden development trait. Really nice looking receiver, good catch in traffic, good spec catch, phenomenal jumping. He can't really route run all that well, but still a good player. And he only has star development. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal that we passed up on him, but he's still a really good receiver. JJ Watt is our backup fullback, and that looks so funny to me. But this is going to be the team heading into potentially the final season. It's an 85 overall, 85s across the board. We don't have a very good scheme fit, but none of these scheme fits are very good. The highest we can get is a 69. Okay, the defensive scheme fit's very nice. It's a 90. But the offensive scheme fit, of course, is the best it could possibly be. But this team still looks really good. I think they can make it into the playoffs this year. We finally have like a really good number 1 receiver. Jalen Ashley's up to an 84 superstar development. He could potentially go up to X Factor this season. That would be really cool. He's our slot receiver as well, even though his short route running isn't too good. I have auto progression on, and they just always go into like the same thing over and over again. So he's going to get really good medium and deep route running, but I'm sure he can still be fine in that role. Jordan Love has been pretty good for us here. Hopefully he can have a good 3rd season. Kareem Hunt played well last season. I think he can extend that to this year as well. The offensive line all in the 80s. Really nice there, and then our tight end is still good. We finally have a dominant defensive tackle on the team in the form of JJ Watt. He's a 95 overall. He probably could play edge for us perfectly fine, but I want him at defensive tackle. Seeing what Porter did last year makes me just really wonder what JJ Watt's going to do. Hopefully he can just get a ton of sacks. We also added Minkah Fitzpatrick to the secondary. He's a 90 overall superstar development player. We have a really good team here, I think. I definitely think this team can make it to the playoffs. We also added that middle linebacker. Hopefully he has more than star development, but usually players who skip the combine, at least in my recent experience, have star. But let's advance here and see how we do. All right, so we made the playoffs, but just barely. We have to take on the Buffalo Bills. They are 8-8. They come in second place in the division. I'm sure the Jets are fuming because they are also 8-8. They probably didn't make the playoffs. 6-9 for the Dolphins. The division in total was actually pretty close. Jordan Love, how'd you do in the 3rd season? 3,891 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 picks. Not really playing too well, but he is still very young. Like, he has a ton of time left to develop, but this is probably going to be the last season here in the video. Kareem Hunt was dominant. 1,228 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, 14 rushing touchdowns. He was a great acquisition to get. Jalen Ashley as well was an incredible acquisition. 93 for 1,351 and 14 touchdowns. He is clearly the best receiving option on this team. It's not even close. Isaiah Wynn and David Shaw didn't really have a good season, even though they're good players. I don't know, man. It's weird how offensive linemen just let up a ton of sacks each year. But 133 tackles for Paul Staley. This has to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. 17 tackles for loss for JJ Watt, 15 for Chase Winovich, 8.5 sacks for Watt, 8 for Derek Barnett. Good production there from those guys. 3 interceptions for Dante Hightower, 1 for a bunch of players as well. No touchdowns or safeties, but Adam Butler and Minkah Fitzpatrick each blocked a kick. Forced fumbles, we have 4, and half of those were recovered. Okay, so we were 10th in the NFL in offense. Defense is maybe top 20. We were 9th. Okay, it's hard to gauge that just based on the stats. I'm like almost always wrong. Anybody from the Patriots in this list? I highly doubt it. Yeah, I don't see anyone. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson. Jordan Love somehow makes it, even though he didn't really have that good of a season. Defensive Player of the Year goes to CJ Mosley. Nobody from the Patriots on this list. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dwayne Spriggs. Nobody from the Patriots, but the big one here. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Paul Staley. I figured he would win it. He had a good season tackles-wise, and Madden values tackles a lot. David Matthias is at number 8. I don't know who that is at all. Best quarterback goes to Patrick Mahomes. Jordan Love at number 10. Best running back is Le'Veon Bell. Kareem Hunt, though, at number 4. Best wide receiver is Jalen Ashey. Dude's a beast. I'm so happy that he's on this team. Best offensive lineman goes to Quentin Nelson, but Shaq Mason at number 6. Joe Tooney at number 9. Best defensive lineman goes to Josh Allen. J.J. Watt, though, at number 5. Best linebacker is C.J. Mosley. Best defensive back, it goes to Clinton Dix. Okay, didn't expect to see him to win that one. Ronald Darby at number 3. Also on the Raiders. Okay, they have a pretty good secondary then. Best kicker is Josh Lambo. Where's Jake Elliott? He's at number 7. Okay. Let me quickly check out what the development trait of the middle linebacker is. It is Superstar. Okay, that is awesome. He's an 82 overall with Superstar development. That may even go up to X Factor as well in the Super Bowl week, since he did win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's see if we can take down the Bills, though. I didn't mean to click on that. Hold on. The Bills have an 82 overall team. We have an 87. We should easily win this game, but the Bills are still a good team. Let's advance by and see if we can win. They're usually pretty good here in Madden. And we do win that game, 32-28. We have to go up against the Chiefs now. If we make it to the conference championship, I will hop in. The Chiefs are another really good team. So this is going to be a tough game, but let's simulate straight to the conference championship. We are in the conference championship. We have to go up against the 11-4-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's hop into this game and see if we can win. They're an 82 overall. The team's playing really well right here, so I'm not even going to bother jumping in. It's 24-21. We're going to win the game. They kind of came back a little bit near the end. But we are heading to the Super Bowl. I'm excited to see how we do. Okay, so in the Super Bowl here, we have to go up against the 9-7 Dallas Cowboys. We do have an X Factor receiver. We also have a superstar running back now. Kareem Hunt was upgraded to that. Let's check out what Ash's ability is. I think it's Double Me. It is Double Me. I think I just said Ash. I'm pretty sure it's Ashy. I feel like the E at the end would make that Ashy. I don't know. Defensively, our middle linebacker did not go up in development, but still, he has 2 more experience points. I don't think anyone went up in development. I always miss somebody, though. I'm pretty notorious for that, but let's spend these experience points and hop into this game. Okay, so let's check out the Cowboys overall. They're an 84, but we have more X Factors, so that means we're going to win the game. Hopefully we can here. I'll hop in if I need to, but if not, we'll just simulate. All right, so we are struggling here. It is 20-6. Hopefully we can do something here on this drive, though. We're going to have B open in a second. It's N'Keal Harry. N'Keal Harry, run! We're going to get a touchdown on the first play of this drive that I hopped into. There we go. Okay, making it a little bit closer. Okay, Super Sim the defense. We have the ball back again, 20-13. It's 3rd down and 3, though. The running lane looks kind of open, but I'm going to slant Ashy here. Let's see if he can get open. I'm just going to take off with Jordan Love, actually. I don't want to risk throwing anything, so let's just slide down with him. There's a first down. There's a completion to number 15. Is that N'Keal Harry? It is. Okay. 3rd down and 1 now. We took a sack on 1st down. DeMarcus Lawrence just blew by our right tackle. What a catch there by N'Keal Harry. Not the best throw by Jordan Love, but I guess it was good enough for Harry to catch it. There you go. Kareem Hunt up the middle is going to fumble the football away. Are you kidding me, man? That's a huge play for the Cowboys. Okay, we're back out on offense again. Let's not fumble the football away this time, though. DeMarcus Lawrence, okay, forces another fumble. Exactly what I said not to do. Come on. We need to make a play here, please. Staley, the rookie, do something. They're probably not even going to pass the ball. They should run it with Zeke. It is going to be a pass. And that slant is open, number 83. Is that CeeDee Lamb? This looks like slants again. I'm going to call it cover 3 and then shade across the middle. We're going to guess pass for sure. It's not going to be slant. Actually, it is slants. Is that going to be picked off? It's not. Terry nearly making the play. They're going to kick a field goal. There's still a lot of time left, though. There you go. Kareem Hunt, take this one to the outside. Lower your shoulder. Kareem Hunt can't run through the player. Picked up 6 more yards, though. We have to score on one of these next couple plays, man, because we don't have all that much time then after this. Fryer in the end zone. Fryer's going to catch it for the touchdown. Let's go, man. That's a big play. I'm just barely out of reach of that. Are you kidding me? That's the game, probably. All right, that was such a close Super Bowl. We almost were able to bring it back at the end. It's 30-20, not that big of a deal, though. I don't mind too much that we lost this game. I don't really care all that much about Super Bowl victories and stuff and rebuilds. I just like seeing how the team progresses and, you know, how we draft and stuff like that. That's way more fun to me. Anyway, though, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know again if you know of any way that I can possibly get all of the free agent acquisitions on each team while still having an accurate draft order, because I have no idea how to do it. I would definitely appreciate your feedback on that one. One final time, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.